Hey, hey, hey. I hope your day is treating you well. I'm certainly finally getting around to making some videos. I am just excited I'm finally pulling the trigger. I think I've made every excuse in the book to not do this, and I've kind of run out of excuses. So now I'm just gonna, make this first one, and we'll see where this channel goes. So I was working on creating just a lot of videos to help people. I think it's important to reach back. If you've made it or you've somewhat had a successful transition, I think sometimes you might be the exception, right? Some people might not have such an easy path. They might not find what they want to get into. They just know that what they're currently into, they don't want to do long term. So mine was more of a professional transition. So I started down this thought process that I should maybe document some of these things that I've learned, and not necessarily create a Bible for or a textbook or an instruction for what you need to do. Maybe just as something to bring some playful manner to what you're working on, or maybe you have a little bit more adventure to this transition process, right? It doesn't need to be super serious. Mine was really serious, but there were a lot of points where I could have probably adjusted and made it a little bit more playful in nature. It didn't have to be such a grown-up approach to moving from being in the military for 9 years to becoming a civilian. I didn't really have some of the support systems or some other things laid out, and timing was a little bit more on the unsatisfactory side. Dropped a lot of opportunities. I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I want to be doing. I kind of felt like I just didn't want to be in the military anymore. And so with really no concrete plan, I decided to separate from the military. I think a lot of people were, giving me feedback like, David, what are you still doing in the military? We all, left 5 years ago. You should be doing something else. You should not be in the military. And my best friend has told me that so much. It really didn't sink in until some strangers were telling me the same thing, right? And it kind of clicked in my brain that maybe I do need to try something else. So this first video is really about support systems. I feel that certain people are important to have in your support system before you go through a transition. And if you're going through the transition, don't worry, right? Support systems can be put together too. I think this is more focused on the types of people that need to be in your support system. A lot of people, when you're moving out of the military, they talk about financial, they talk about making sure that you have a home, making sure you have education, or you kind of have a plan. Sometimes you might have those things, sometimes you won't. But I think one of the more important things is maybe you have someone like a therapist in your corner. I think therapy has really helped me understand why I think the way that I think, why I tend to be biased in ways, right? If there's like a group decision or there's something going on, I tend to maybe sway with the group because I've learned how to blend in like a chameleon with the group's identity. And sometimes, right, becoming a creative, you might need to blend in, but other times you need to stay true to yourself and make sure you have that unique perspective on a problem or a solution. So I think having a therapist is excellent to have in your corner when you go through a transition, if it's a professional or a personal one. The second person I think that you should have in your corner is really someone that's more on the professional side. Maybe a mentor that could help you plan out, right, your trajectory of where you want to go. Really just gives you that good answer for like if you're trying to go into like an industry. I found a mentor for my transition into becoming or separating from the military. He was really important. He helped me understand, right, the interview process, why I have value to an organization. And then I met a few other mentors, right? I met someone in the design world. She really helped me understand the complexity to decision making in design. It's not just picking the right color, or there's so many like very minor decisions that have to be made that someone might not really want to talk about, but someone has to decide those. So I thought that was just mind-blowing. It gave me so much fire to chase design, understand and question, why should it be that way? What is the guiding stick for something like this? Like, where do you even begin? You know, you have so many biasness or bias like decisions, and where do you begin? How do you make the correct choice? What is the right choice, right? And the third person I would recommend is a best friend. You need to have someone that balances everything out. Someone that tells you, you know, sitting on the couch is not going to get you your dream job. You know, just playing video games all day for 8 hours might not land you in being a managing partner or whatever you're going after, right? It's probably like a crazy example, but sometimes you just have to get to work, and you need a best friend that helps you realize, right, something to stay true to yourself. I would recommend a best friend too, just to have someone else see if you need some help. It's a great third person to balance the whole kind of like trifecta out. But yeah, the support system, I think it's critical. But I'm just glad I'm doing this. I'm gonna have some more videos come out of other kind of topics, and really, if any comments are left, I would go ahead and create more videos based on other topics. This is to give back. This is to spark conversations that normally don't happen. Not necessarily about pay, but really about what you want in your career, your next career, or what you want for your living situation. You want to change it up. So I'm happy to put together any videos and keep this channel light and fun. So just reach out. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and it's been great talking to you. Thanks.